Hey everybody, Horseman here, and today I'm going to be bringing to you a special unboxing. Now, the Blizzconline just recently completed, and let me tell you what. I just got the Helm of Domination today, and I was not expecting it until May 11th. So when I woke up this morning and found a special text from FedEx saying that it was actually on a delivery truck, needless to say, that was a massive surprise for me. And here I am with the unboxing to share with all of you. So 11 years ago, I got Frostmourne as a promotion gift, so I was really happy when I saw that they were going to be selling the Helm of Domination during BlizzConline. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to be able to get it with the first batch, but don't want to talk too much longer. Let's get into the unboxing. Here we go. Under normal circumstances, I would just kind of fast forward through this part, but I do want to state that the Helm of Domination is being sold on the Blizzard Gear Store for $299.99 US dollars. Now, one thing to note here before I'm sure this is the question on many people's minds, is that this helm is too small to wear. Okay, it is not meant for you to wear. It's only about 8 inches wide, but it's a total of 16 inches tall. But that includes from the very bottom of it to the very tippy tip of the tallest spire, I guess. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, one thing to note is that the shipping box itself was very thick, and it was in very good condition when I got it this morning. It was also no dents, no scratches, no cuts, no nothing on it, so that meant that it really did a good job in making sure that the interior box, this one here, was also well protected, of which I observed no real issues with the actual box. Shoot, you could see the kind of Lich King helm there, and here you see the Lich King with the Helm of Domination featured on the front of the box, and it just looks absolutely amazing. So I love the boxes that these statues come in, and these things have always impressed me, and I do keep them, not just for protection in the event that I move or need to put them into storage, but also because they just look cool, and I'm kind of a fan about them. Now, right here, it actually says something. Forged. According to the jailer's will, the Helm of Domination was to be the vessel of death's influence on Azeroth. The Nathrezim imprisoned the spirit of the Orc chieftain Ner'zhul within the helm, granting him command over a vast army of undead scourge. The fallen Prince Arthas Menethil freed the helm from the frozen throne, donning it to take up the mantle of the Lich King. As always, there's also a little blurb right there on the inside of the lip when I open the box immediately, so let's check it out. In this case, it says, "There must always be a Lich King." For all of you Warcraft fans, you are more than well aware of the tragic story of Arthas Menethil. We got a chance in Warcraft 3 to not only be introduced into Prince Arthas of Lordaeron, but we also got to actually see his descent into madness as he killed his way to the Frozen Throne and put on the Helm of Domination. So it's been a hell of a story, and it's still to this day having so many repercussions throughout the entire Warcraft story. Even in Shadowlands, even in today's expansion pack, we're still seeing the effects of this helmet and its impact on the entire cosmos. And that's always been kind of fascinating, in my opinion. And there it is. Now, the first thing to note, as I said earlier, was the fact that this thing ended up being much smaller than I had anticipated. I anticipated that it was definitely going to be too small for my head, but I at least thought by the measurements that it would be big enough for my son's head. Like, just for shits and giggles, I thought that I was going to be able to put it on his head, have some fun, and get on with it. But that ended up not really being the case. And I'll have to say, on first impressions, I was a little disappointed just in that fact alone. Now, the first thing I'm going to show off is going to be the stand. So this is obviously going to be one of those critical pieces that's in order to display this helmet, because it absolutely will not stand on its own. It's a solid base, it's got some weight to it with a single stick, and what I thought was going to be more rubbery kind of feeling, it is kind of the same PVC material as the helmet itself. So I was a little taken aback by that. On the bottom here, let's get it resituated. There we go. Just like most of the other stands that we have in every single unboxing, it says Helm of Domination with a little bit of information about the product itself, where it was made, and such as that. So, but nothing fancy, nothing woohoo, but, you know, neat nonetheless, I guess. All right. Now, trying to pick up the helmet itself, it's not very heavy, but I have to admit, I can't tell you how scared I was that I was going to drop it, because I can tell by holding onto this thing that dropping it would be catastrophic. Now, it feels very fragile. Probably the most fragile of all the statues that I've gotten. Now, the only other one that was as hard to hold was Lilith, and believe me, she felt very fragile as well, but I mean, regardless. Anyway, this thing looks great. Look at the detail that they put into this. And it's not exactly symmetric, so, I mean, it's got that kind of creepy vibe to it, and, you know, I like the fact that it's not symmetric. For some of those with OCD, oh man, I can see you losing your minds, but, you know, the runes in there are nicely etched, you see some battle damage there, the paint itself is kind of in a way to where it shows wear and tear. The gem needed some polishing, it was kind of like a greasy film on it, and the tips here, I just had to be so careful. I was very afraid of breaking it or hitting it a little bit just too hard. So this is definitely not metal. It's the same type of material that is used on the statue. So it's like a PVC plastic type of material molded in these shapes here. Again, you know, close-up details of the rivets, close-up details of the plating, and the design of the helmet was really cool. And here you see where we're going to end up putting the stand, so I mean, nothing fancy about it. The best thing to look at is just right dead on, just right here dead on, seeing all the details. Again, those rivets, the runes, I mean, it screams Jailer all over it. And I really do like how, you know, the front of the mask, I say mask, the helm looks, with the fingers, like webbed fingers kind of look to it. So, very cool. Now, one of the first things that I had noticed here is that the stand was making the helmet kind of sit a little lopsided. And I wasn't really sure what was up with that. See, you can kind of see it's not quite right. So this might be something that you might want to look at. Even trying to adjust it there didn't quite work. I did end up taking the helm off and reseating it. It wasn't quite working. So I flipped the whole thing 180 degrees, and that seemed to work a little bit better, as you'll see here in a bit. That was probably my only real complaint, like in terms of craftsmanship and whatnot. Of course, it being too small was more of a disappointment than anything, but it's okay. All right, so here's a close-up of the helm, just a little bit better look and a little safer look. So I'll let you all enjoy. I do take note to the kind of wear on the paint to make it look like it's been worn and weathered, and I like that. And now to the crown. Of course, the Maw has a lot of these designs, so we see these all over the place in there. And knowing what we know now, the Maw was definitely designed after the Lich King's helm. Story-wise, the other way around. All right, so that is it for the unboxing. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw it a thumbs up, and also subscribe, as I do post videos about ARPGs and other games, videos of gameplay, whatnot, but I also do unboxings for anything that I might purchase. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please post in the comment section below, and until next time, Horseman out.